What's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Back at it again with another Saturday market breakdown for you guys on Gold and US30. Just to kind of recap, I always like to recap the week. So we didn't end up profitable this week. I'm about let me see. I'm about $300 away from blowing my account. Let me log on here real quick. Hold on. I think I have another tab open. So I hope everybody had a profitable trading week other than myself. But the good thing is that I'm really sticking to my new rules that I have. So yeah, so I'm $353 away from blowing this account. So I'm going to do my best to save it. So we're going to, of course, focus on micros going forward. But I am really sticking to these rules. So, of course, the rules that I set for myself going forward is I only trade one session, which, of course, I would dabble a little bit in the Asian session a little bit, but that's no longer. Always going to be trading New York session from 8:30 or what is it? 6:30 to 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. So nothing past, so like 9:30 to 11:30. So nothing past that. I am only going to take one trade only. So it has to be a fire setup. So, and I'm trying to always shoot for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk to reward on that trade. So, so that's that going forward. I also noticed today's the 22nd of February. So of course, my birthday is actually a month from today. So super excited about that. It's going to be dope. So we're already kind of pre-planning it. So we'll see what we end up doing here in Vegas. So let's get into it, guys. Sorry, let me clear the throat. All right, so let's take a look at news. So last week, I messed up on my video, obviously. I showed the news for this week last week. So sorry about that, guys. I messed up. I put a comment in my video from last week saying, like, sorry, I messed up. But just so we have the dates correct. So let me share this. All right. So we got the calendar here. All right, so you guys all see that. So make sure we have the right dates. So it says February 23rd to March 1st. So that makes sense. So we have Monday. Doesn't look like we have anything. Tuesday, we have a little bit of news, because even though these are not red folders, there's still a good amount of news, so it could affect the market. We do have a red folder for CB consumer confidence. I'm not really sure what that is. Like sometimes I'll look into it. So this is a level of composite index based on surveyed households. Okay. So financial confidence is a leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. So yeah, so again, that could definitely move it. So we'll see. So the last time they had it was January 28th, and the forecast was supposed to be higher, and it actually was lower. So that probably moved the market negative, I think. So Wednesday we have nothing really. So new home sales, crude oil inventories. Thursday we have unemployment claims pre-market. So of course that does move the market. It's going to kind of do like a quick up or down. And then of course it's just going to continue in the direction that it's wanting to go. So nothing really there for Thursday. Friday, we do have core PCE price index and then prelim GDP. So this could definitely move the market for sure, and it's on a Friday. So definitely got to look out for that. But again, it's pre-market. So, I mean, we don't trade pre-market So we always want to trade market open or 15 to 30 minutes after market open, just so we can see direction of where the market's going. So we don't really have to worry about that because we're going to react off of this. So we're pretty much good there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. So I'm going to do markup on gold micros because, of course, that's what I'm sticking with now. So we'll go to the weekly here. So let's see kind of what gold did. So let me switch this because I'm kind of trading off of black candles. So I'll trade this. I'll change this real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I mean, gold's had a really big push up lately, ever since December, since the beginning of the year. So let me clear this out. So I mean, we can see gold's had a huge push. So we basically almost, yeah, we broke an all-time high, 29.53. Yeah, so we have a new high here. So this is on the weekly. So trend-wise, you know, we could even see here, I even added 2 moving averages here. So usually I don't put any indicators or anything like that, but I just figured I'd add it just as like, you know, another added confluence to my trades. So if you guys don't know how to use moving averages, typically you always watch, say like for instance right here, the blue is my 8 length EMA. So of course for every 8 candles, and then of course I have an EMA for 12. So I have that so it's close together. So basically you look for an overlap. So, or more so, if the moving averages are below the candles, of course it's in an uptrend. If it's above the candles, then it's usually in a downtrend. So you guys can see here, maybe on a daily. So just so you guys see this. So right here, see, because it pushed down, the moving averages are above these candles. So of course we had to push down. And then of course we consolidated a little bit here, and then we pushed down a little bit, so it's still above. See? And then we started going underneath here. So that's where it changed direction. So it's just an added confluence to where you can see this shift. A lot of times too, if you look for the blue, which is of course the 8, to overlap this, it's usually for an indication or added confluence for it to go to the downside. So just something to add in there if you want to add an indicator. It's just kind of cool to just have that in there as an added confluence. But of course, as we can see here, it's definitely bullish overall. So again, our moving averages are below the candles. So of course, we're pushing up. So we can kind of pull out a trend line. So we see here, we're still clearly bullish. So there's been no break. So like it would literally have to break this line right here for us to have like a change of direction. So it would have to break this trend line. So we don't have any of that in sight as of right now. So we're going to mark this up. So we're going to daily right here. So we're going to mark up the high. Oops, hold on. Wrong trend line. We want to use our horizontal ray. Okay. So we got our mark right here. So that's going to be obviously our major resistance right there. This candle below here is going to be our support. So we can see we're kind of in a little bit of a range right there. So we'll do a top-down analysis really quick as well. So of course the weekly, is clearly bullish. The daily is clearly bullish as well. And then we'll take a look at the 4-hour really quick. So we did have a push up and then a push back down here, came back up, push back down to this area here. And we had a push back up and then we had a push back down. So for me, I feel like it's going to continue to push back up and make a new all-time high. So just because of how it closed, because it closed right down here at about 29.50, which is kind of a psychological level. So yeah, I'm gonna put that as bullish as well. So like we're kind of a three-peat here. So 4 hours bullish. So like we're kind of solid all the way through. That's weird. There we go. Okay. So we got that right there. So of course we're gonna go on the daily here. So we have our levels. So I could put another level right here as well because it tapped into here multiple times. So we're gonna put major resistance level at 29.73. Yeah, that's fine. All right. And then we have a support level right here. So I'm gonna do 28.90. So 28.90. And then we have another support level right here, but I'm just gonna mark that up. So we'll go here on the 4-hour. So we can kind of see, if we look at this like on the 4-hour, we can see it's been making higher highs and higher lows. So I'll get this little circle here. So we can see there's been a mark right here. Another one right here. And of course we had another one right here. So these are higher lows. So, and then of course we had some higher highs here. So this is where you can kind of see where the trend of the market is. So until it actually switches direction, you can clearly see it's making higher highs and higher lows. So you got one here. So we did have a rejection here. Of course, this was a rejection. It pulled down to here, this previous level, pulled back up. So of course, we did still have a higher high, even though it wasn't higher than this one. So, or it was almost pretty much level. And then we did print a higher low. And then of course we did print a higher high right here, even though we did have some consolidation. So, and then we have a higher low right here. So if you see here, it kind of connects, so you can actually path and kind of just mark it up. So, oh, I missed one right here. Sorry. So right here, right here, right here, right here. So higher high, higher low. So moving forward, I think we'll definitely make an all-time high like that. Yeah, so sorry, I missed the one right here. Cool. So if you see here, you can actually move this over, which is kind of cool. So you can see we're making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, or equal high, probably almost equal low, higher high. So we did break these two highs, and then we pushed down a little bit, and then I think it's going to push back up going forward. So I think this is just a minor pullback, and then we're going to push up to make continued highs. So that's kind of where I see it. And to be honest with you, I think we'll definitely, I'll put a mark here. I think we can definitely tap into, it's 29.73. So I want to say 29.90. I think we can definitely. 29.90. Yeah, 29.90. So I think gold can definitely tap into that. So 29.90 for next week. So that's pretty much it for the breakdown on gold. So kind of short and sweet, but also just very directive. Like you can actually see where it's making higher highs and higher lows. So I'm looking for bullish movement next week for sure. So we are kind of in a range right here. So we've been in this range for a while, so it's tapped into here. So even if I were to move this over to here, so even though we made a higher high here, so it's still in this range. So I mean, we could very well push back down to the support level, but I mean, I think we're only going to continue to push higher. So we might have a little bit of pullback. It might pull down to here before it goes back up, but I think we're going to continue to push forward because of just how it closed on Friday. So also this doji right here. So we had a push up after a huge push down, and then minor pullback here to just continue to push up. So that's it for gold. I removed US30. So let me add that back in. So, okay. So US30, we can see here. So just to recap, last week, how we broke this down. Of course, it didn't go the way we thought it was. So weekly was bullish, daily was consolidated, 4 hours was bullish. So let me see. So yeah, we actually pushed down last week. So we actually didn't continue up. So, and this almost created a break of structure. So this could be a minor pullback because I mean, the same thing with gold. Also, we're looking at the trend, right? So trend line is still bullish. But if it does break, so if it does break here, because it breaks this trend line right here, then of course it's a change of direction, break of structure. So we're going to look for sells. It's going to continue to push down. We're probably going to target some of these lows right here. But same thing like how I broke down gold. We've been making higher highs and higher lows. So this is kind of a clear example on the daily. So I'll kind of do the same breakdown here. So again, we had a lower high, or sorry, yeah, lower low, sorry. lower low, a lower high. Or sorry, this is a yeah, higher high. Yeah, higher low. So I had like a brain fart for a second. I'm like, what am I talking about? Okay, so lower high. We got some consolidation right here. So, but we had a lower high right here, higher high, higher low, another higher high, higher low, oops, there you go. Another higher high right here, even though we had some consolidation. We did have a little pullback. So, of course, we did print a lower high again. So, and then we did push back up right here. And then we did have a lower high right here. It came back to a level of support right here. And then we did push back up. So we did print a higher high, which was equal high. So because we had this was our all-time high right here. So we printed a little bit above it, to be honest with you. And then we actually pushed down. So this is honestly, if we look at the daily, we have a break of structure right here. So we literally broke through it. So if we see here. So with that being said, we're probably going to target these lows right here. It's probably going to drop to this level of support right here. So of course, we'll map this out again. So we'll do a path. So boom, higher high, higher low, a bit of consolidation. So this created a lower high. Then we have a higher high. So I'm just gonna pull up here, lower high, higher high. So higher low, higher high, lower high, and then we had a higher high, lower high, and then a higher high, and then of course we broke. So because we broke, it's probably gonna go actually down here. So because we broke this structure. So I'll make this smaller. You guys can see right here, we have a break of structure right here. Because it broke this range right here, broke this candle. So that gives us a break of structure. Because unless it literally pulls up equally and then continues up, it could be a possibility, but we could be looking at a break of structure, like I said, which is going to target this support area right here. This is a previous area of support. This is resistance. So of course it could definitely pull down to here because it already is about to hit this level of support right here. So it could go back up. It could bounce off of there. But if it continues down, it's definitely going to take out these lows right here. And even possibly these lows if it goes that low. So, but we'll clear all this out. We already know the trend. So of course, the overall trend is still bullish. It's still valid. So we'll go down on the daily. I'm going to mark up our areas. And we'll do the top down in a moment. So, but as of right now, the high is like right here. And then we just had a break of structure. So this is going to be our major support right here. So because our previous support was right here. This is our previous support area. It broke it. So this is where we're going to target right here. So you see this. So this area right here, the level of support. So you can put these lines here, and then we'll kind of put a box through it. So we have a box there. We'll box resistance right here too. So we have support, resistance. We had a level of support right here. So we'll still mark that up because we'll see if it'll bounce off of it. Because we did have a support level right here as well. So let me actually move this since it broke it. Let's move this. Let's move this right here. So if it breaks this, then we're gonna have could have another continued push down. All right. So, and then of course this could be another level as well. All right. So we got 4 areas. So let's mark this up. This is gonna be our major resistance. And that's going to be at 45,235. I'll put it. Okay, 45,235. So it's going to be at 43,000. So that was a major support level. $43,000. Okay. So I'm just going to mark up these two here. So I'll just put the number. So 419.70. And then we have 40,032. So I'll just do 30. All right, so we got those areas marked up. So again, top-down analysis wise, so weekly is still bullish. So the daily is still bullish because even though we broke here, we haven't broken here. So that would be a full break of structure. So, but the 4 hour is going to look a little bit different. So the 4 hour, we can see it's bearish because we broke here. We broke this level. So because of that, 4 hours can be bearish. All right. So with this, like I said, I think we're going to target this major support area here, or we're going to target these lows right here. So on the 4 hour, like that's kind of what I see. So it could do this. Say we pull down here, we could have a pullback before it targets these like this, or it could pull down to here, come back up to here. Yeah, actually no. Like I said, it can actually pull down here and then tap right back into here. So it's a previous level of support. And then might have a minor pullback and then pull right back up. It could do either or. But as of right now, because we have a break of structure, I think we're going to look for sells. We're going to basically take out all this liquidity right here. So all this. So, and then we could possibly take out these as well. Just have to see what the week's going to look like. But because we have a break of structure, I think we're definitely going to look for sells. So we're going to be targeting major support level at 43,000 or 41,970 down here. So that's pretty much it for the breakdown, guys. Hope you guys got some value out of this. Obviously, I love doing these breakdowns because it's just added documentation for myself to just see if the way I'm analyzing the market's actually going in the direction of what I feel it's going to go. Moving forward, our goal for personally is to continue to follow our rules. So like I said, only taking one trade a day, only trading New York session, only trading between certain hours, only 2 hours in the market per day. And we're going to try to rebuild this account, $300 from blowing it. If I do end up blowing it, of course, I will just start a new 50K account. I am documenting my trades as well, so I'm journaling. So, shout out to my boy, Julius, Gold Collector. He kind of put me on, but like, look, bro, you just need to start journaling. So I'm starting to do that. So I want to show you guys. So I took a trade yesterday. Yeah, so I took a trade yesterday. And so I recorded it here. I just did like a Google Sheet. And so I kind of marked this up. So I put like my pair, day I took the trade, my entry, my take profit, my stop loss, my risk to reward, my capital at the time, and my profit or loss. And then of course I screenshotted, the trade that I took. So it just allows me to be like, okay, like where did I mess up? So I'm starting to do this. So again, shout out to Gold Collector Julius. So you guys can see here, I can save the link here, click on it. And this is the trade that I took yesterday. So you'll see it here in a second. So this is a trade that I took yesterday. So of course, what I was looking for, of course, gold was in a consolidation. I took this trade here because I thought that it was going to break out, because it had broken this area, but of course it printed a doji, which of course is a reversal. So it did exactly that, and it went in the opposite direction. So, but either way, it actually did this at around 8:30. So, which would have took me out of my trade anyways, out of my time frame of trading. So, but again, I know where I went wrong. I should have waited for a confirmation of a full breakout, because it did break below here, but then it pulled right back up. So I should have just waited. But again, that's just how you learn. So I'm going to start documenting this like that. So going forward, I'm going to start recording all my trades. So through this trading journal and all the trades that I take, so I can look back at it and be like, okay, where did I mess up or what did I do good? So yeah, so I'm putting things in line, disciplines, stuff like that, because again, like I said, we will be profitable. We are going to get funded. We are going to get payouts this year. So that is the goal, and that is what is going to happen. So I appreciate you guys popping on here. Always give me a comment. Let me know if you guys get value from these lives that I do. Any questions you may have about trading, anything like that, I'd love to answer them for you. Again, if you can, like, comment, and subscribe here. I want to continue to grow this channel as always. Appreciate you guys. I'll try to put some more content out there, even some live recaps as well. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Let's have a great trading week next week. Let's kill it, and let's get these profits. All right. Peace, guys.